What are we live? Oh, not yet. Give us some time. Are we live? I'm thinking we're live. Live? I'm thinking we're live. All right, we are ready. All right. Probably should have had everything set up before, but there's always last minute adjustments. All right, welcome to Star Fox 64. Oh man, are you excited? Oops, hang on. One of my favorite games of all time for sure. I played it again just a couple of hours ago, and now we're going to probably go through the middle levels here. I guess we could try and get the medals on the right side. Right, here we go. Probably should have had everything set up.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
Like I said about Zero and about the Star Fox brand in general, they're not long games, but they're so endlessly replayable you don't care. Like, they're a lot like Super Metroid in that respect. This idea that games need to be 30 hours long in order to be good, it's simply not true. In fact, I think like longer games kind of hold back the game from having ideas. It sort of forces the developers to be really repetitive and boring. You know what I mean? Like fight the same enemy types over and over again, go through the same areas over and over again, and not like the ideal way like this does, where it has like a bunch of areas that you can go through in different routes and like experience different things. It's just drawn out, padded out bullshit, usually. I'm not saying that long games can't be good. Breath of the Wild is pretty long and perfectly acceptable, but...
Everybody stay alert.
This game is so addicting. Alright. Okay, I'm getting more used to the controllers now. I still can't hit these very specific...
You got an enemy on your tail. Use the brake.
There we go. And did I really miss that? Alright. I should have been able to hit that.
Hey,
It's weird, because I feel like I'm getting used to the controls, but I'm still making like weird mistakes like that. Well, it's not me, it's oof.
something's wrong with the G.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's possible for me to get all the medals this version of the game. Alright. See, I can't charge and
I could use some help here, Fox.
I actually let Falco die.
Back off.
Wow, because you have to boost there to get closer, and yeah, the way my buttons are mapped. Alright, let's see here. Select the controller you want to configure. How about the one I'm using? Alright, so... yeah, I'm going to have to find a new boost button. Let's see, ZL. How about ZL being brake? Will that work? Yeah, what is the... I don't know what the ideal setup for this would be. I really don't. I've been playing around with it, but I still feel like I let Falco die, so it's like, ugh.
Do a barrel roll.
So this time I might actually get all the hits I need, but I won't have Falco, so I won't be able to get my medal. Wow. Not being able to get the medal in Corneria, that's kind of embarrassing for an expert Star Fox player like me. Oh man. Oh well, like I said, it's the controller. The buttons are mapped weird. Yeah, if I had Falco, I would have been able to do it.
Try a somersault.
I mean, it's not like I beat this boss the first time through anyway, so we might as well go down here again. Third time's the charm, as they say. So I gotta figure out the buttons. What buttons should I map everything to?
All range mode.
Like, the way it's arranged, it just doesn't, like... It's not as quick as it needs to be. As it would be on the N64. Alright.
So this is Star Fox. I'm going to crush you, you annoying little fly.
I'm gonna try switching X and Y. So let's see. X can be boost. And then Y can be break. Let's see if that works. Yeah, in a proper playthrough, I would have beaten him already. Proper playthrough. On the original version.
My emperor,
Hey, what's up?
I failed you.
I love that line so much. There are so many lines in this game that I absolutely adore. It's so addictive. It's so cool to see all the
We're heading out.
voice acting is just phenomenal. I love everything about it. I love like the charm, the character designs, the lines.
You're becoming more like your father.
It's surprisingly epic and brutal without being too overbearing with it. It's a really great game. If only I didn't let Falco die. Ah, man. It's really weird. That specific instance is something I'm struggling with. Getting Falco to not die. Yeah, so I guess I can go to Katina, then Solar, or maybe Sector X. I think I might as well stay on the right side to try to get more medals. Should I go to Macbeth? I guess we're on stream, so I might as well do all the levels I haven't done. So I guess Katina, Solar, the boss here.
Impressive, Star Fox. Now,
Yeah, we might be able to see everything in 3 playthroughs. I was wondering how long it's going to take to see everything in the game. Everything relevant, at least. And by my estimation now, it's going to be 3 playthroughs. Maybe. Because we're going to have to go to Macbeth twice to see the boss. We're going to have to... We had to do this twice to see the... Let's see the boss here. Oh no, since Falco's dead, we won't get to hear his lines. Oh no. No, Falco has the best lines for this boss. Shit. That is unfortunate. Well, on the plus side, we might see lines of dialogue we otherwise would never have seen. So, there are instances where experienced players will not see certain lines of dialogue because they're just too good at the game and they're not triggering them.
It's quiet. Too quiet. Be careful, it's a trap. Use bomb blasting.
I love how he tells me to use bombs. I never use bombs here. I'm usually able to get them all. Again, when I'm playing on the N64, not the Wii U. Alright, oof. It's not even that the Wii U is bad. Far from it. I usually have a great time playing Wii U games. It's just this specific game and how much it relies on the C buttons. And how particular it is.
Here comes the big one.
I didn't even do a flip. Wow, that's how bad it is. Oh, because I pressed the wrong button. Oh, yeah. Because I forgot to remap the buttons. Alright.
Whoa! Can you make it?
Use the brake.
Maybe I could just try to make it as much like Star Fox Zero as possible.
To get through.
But Star Fox Zero works with the right stick because the shoot button is relegated to the trigger, not the A button. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna make this exactly like Star Fox Zero. So a ZR. Wait, what? Wait, hang on. ZR is the shoot button. Yeah, this is how we're gonna fix this. R. Wait, no. Yeah, B is fine for the boost. Yeah, that might actually work. Just have my... I guess we might as well flip the buttons back. Okay, Y is boost. X is brake. Alright, hopefully that might fix it. All my problems. Ooh. Ooh, yes it is. Oh, no, but... now the problem is that I can't barrel roll. Oh, no. Oh, and now because I switched to ZR, I don't have a button to trigger the... Oh, no, I didn't switch the button to... Damn. That is embarrassing. So I can't remap the buttons anymore. How do you... hang on. Settings. Wow, this is embarrassing. I don't know, maybe I can get used to it. This is weird as shit, but okay. I guess I could just barrel roll to the left, which is not what I would normally do. And not being able to barrel roll and shoot at the same time, that's going to kill me. And I can't bring up the menu anymore because I forgot to reset the ZR button is where I was putting the... Yeah, we're going to have to look this up. How do you... There's no way this is an error that went completely unnoticed. Wii U Virtual Console button mapping. Yeah, what happened? Like, how could I not bring up the... Being the clever person... Let's see. Press the touchpad to bring up the... Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, so you have to use press... Okay. All right, let's get this fixed. Okay. Okay, ZR... I think I want L and R to be the barrel roll buttons. I guess A should be the A button. How about ZL for boost? Okay, let's see if that works. We've got to figure this out because this is getting ridiculous. All right. Oh, hang on, bring up the chat. There we go. Okay, it's getting a bit better all the time. Oh, did I turn off the? I thought I. Hang on, L. Is L not? Oh, L. Yeah, I put L with L. L should be Z. Okay. Yeah, because the L button and the Z button on the N60, they're not the same thing. Okay. They don't have the same function usually. All right. There we go. All right. That's a bit better. We have the brake as well. All right. I think that's reasonable. Honestly, the main thing now is to not boost when I'm trying to barrel roll. All right. Oh yeah, thanks Peppy. Thanks for the advice. All right. Yeah, we're going for the boss this time. Oh, damn. Should I go for the boss or should I go for... Because I haven't gone to Katina. I mean, I guess I could just go to Katina later. Now, I probably should go for the... but I haven't gone for the boss. I love the boss, though. We don't have Falco. Maybe we should just do the boss later. I don't know. I don't know what to do, guys. Oh, man. I'm so conflicted. I was so busy struggling with the controls. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, it's a lot better. That's a lot better. Okay. This is feeling really good. All right. That's a bit more like it.
Hold A to charge your laser.
Okay.
You can also lock onto enemies.
I think I do want to fight the boss. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to go through Fortuna again. I mean, I say unfortunately because I wanted to show like other levels, and here we are doing the exact same thing again. To be fair, though, I didn't fight this boss the first time through. I skipped it and then changed the course to go to Fortuna. Well, actually Fucina, but you know what I mean. It's Fortuna in this release of the game, in this specific translation.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Because Nintendo mistranslated it.
I cannot allow you to go any further.
I don't know. The N64 controller is really, really underrated. I'm surprised in this day and age how many people are so like enamored with the GameCube controller, because I always felt like the N64 controller was my all-time favorite, and people are saying Melee is good because of Melee. Probably, I really do think it's mostly because of competitive Melee and how that, and that's the push for it. Like, I love the N64 controller, but I don't think there's any denying that first-person shooters and the platformers, they don't really work the best on it. I mostly like it because of the design. I really love the design. I don't like people making fun of the design for that controller because it's so good. All right. Yeah, I remember not being able to beat this boss as a kid because I was not able to handle the. Well, I was just so young. When you're that young, you can't like beat a boss in anything. Like, I remember like flying around the first boss for like 15 minutes at a time trying to kill it, and I couldn't figure it out because I was so fucking stupid. All right.
This does not work.
Yeah, I do like that line. I don't normally see it because Falco's not here, so that's when that triggers that line. Instead of, but the other line is better. Like, I like that line, but the other line, like, are you gonna listen to that monkey? You're not as stupid as you look. You know, one of the best lines in the game for sure. I mean, I like the other one too. It really showcases his desperation in that situation. This game has so much emotion behind it, so much legitimate emotion. It's phenomenal.
Maintenance complete on Falco ship.
Yep, Falco's on his way back. I actually let Falco die. Wow. Wait, is this how it works? Oh, is that all you do? Wow, alright, never mind. Oops, shit. I actually have a, oh, but you gotta tighten it. Alright. I gotta figure out how to get my my camera stand figured out.
Recover our base from the enemy army.
Roger, General.
So there's not really a whole lot you can do with Star Wolf. I guess we could show. I can show what happens when you don't beat them in time. But that's so boring. It's not even worth showing. Like, oh no, an explosion happens. Or we're just gonna shoot them down as always. Like, really, after a certain point, you're not going to ever lose to Star Wolf anyway. Like, even like the true final form of them, when they get like cyberpunk enhancements.
I won't let you get away from me.
Yeah, Star Fox 64 proving it's better than Cyberpunk 2077. Ooh. Way ahead of time. Ooh.
Rat one foot.
Oh, that reminds me of cyber. That reminds me. A lot of people are on Twitter right now, really bragging about Final Fantasy VII R sales. Don't believe it. Square Enix openly lied about how well Final Fantasy 15 did. I think 7R is in the same boat. Like, I don't think we're gonna see. I don't think Episode 2 is gonna be anywhere near as well received. Because it's not a remake. Like, that's all it comes down to. Like, people talking about a part 2, like, you didn't finish the game. Like, there isn't going to be a real part 2, because there hasn't really been a Final Fantasy remake. I don't understand what's so complicated to understand about this. People are just completely brain dead, I suppose. Yep, here we go.
Geez. Can anyone take care of it?
Of course.
Let you do that.
Andros has ordered us to take you down.
Daddy, long time no see. Andros is
Enemy is my enemy.
just what I need to see. Star Wars. Let's take care of these guys first.
Yeah, these controllers are gotten. This controller has gotten a lot better. I've gotten mapped about the way I want it.
Right behind you.
Unless there's something I'm not thinking about, because I haven't actively been trying to do flips or anything like that. I can see boosting and left barrel rolling being a bit of a pain, but for the most part, all right. Yeah, see, I'm doing a lot better. But yeah, playing this game, I do have to say, Zero does have better combat and controls. It's just not even really a contest, really. There's just so much more going on in Zero all the time. Like, this is really, really basic for Zero. Or even really basic for this game, to be honest with you, but that's so harsh. Alright.
I can't shake this guy.
I mean, I can't emphasize enough that Zero really did do everything I wanted from a pure gameplay perspective that I wanted from a Star Fox sequel. There was no, like, out of the ship bullshit. There was no adventure mode. There was no strategy element. Like, it was just, you know, what I wanted, like space fighting, and it did that really, really well. Oof. Got him.
I'll take care of the bomb now.
So we're gonna have to go through Sector X again, probably Titania again. I mean, I guess I could try to get the medal again for Sector X, and then, like, not kill Slippy this time, and then try to do it on Titania. But if I do that, then I'll be stuck going onto the right side of the Venom again.
Bob, take it easy.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. I was like, yeah, we're gonna show off the middle planets this time, and we ended up doing the same route again. But that really just goes to show you just how much fun this game is to replay. Like, you can literally do the same thing over and over and over and over again and have a blast. Like, I literally played this today, and here I am replaying it with the intent to show you more stuff. And there's so much you can do, even on the same playthrough. Like, look, we went through the same path, and we fought two of the bosses. We fought 2 different bosses. You know, 3 levels, 2 different bosses. It's just phenomenal how this game can deliver on that front. All right, I would love to go to Solar, but I'm really, really, really addicted to. You know, I really don't want to go to the right side again, so we're going to the Solar.
That area's an oven.
I mean, we need medals here too, anyway. And plus, it'd be kind of boring to just stream myself getting all the medals. I mean, I would enjoy it, but I'm not sure if the audience would. Oof. I love getting the medals in this game. It really gives the... it really gives this game, like, an endless amount of replayability, at least until, like, you finally beat it. It took me a long time to get all the medals in expert mode. It took a long time for me to realize there even was an expert mode. Most people don't know there is one. Nintendo Power themselves said that Star Fox Zero only has one difficulty setting. Like, they legit didn't know that.
Temperature up to 9,000 degrees.
Don't fly too low. Your ship can't take it.
Again, this is a really good example of how versatile this game can be, right? Like, where you If you fly lower, you lose more health, and you have to fly as high as possible. I don't know why you're flying so close to the sun, but okay. In Star Fox Command, you don't really have this problem, which is kind of weird. In Command, it treats Solar like it's its own planet, like not that it's a star, which makes no sense, but okay. I think there. I mean, I guess there are animals living on Solar in this. So I guess it could be classified as a planet. I don't know. Probably not. I don't think the surface of the sun looks like this, by the way. Yeah, with rocks jumping out of it, giant birds flying at you. Unfortunately, there's only one boss in this level, and it's a really good boss. But I personally really enjoy it. But yeah, it's kind of a buzzkill on replays. Oops. How come you did get burned? Yeah, I'm definitely not playing as well. I'm still not playing as well as I normally would. Like, my characters are keep getting hit. That's where it's most obvious, I think, where I have to like do something very, very specific in a very short time frame, like save someone or. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's gonna be anything in the actual game that I can't get through because of my controls, but I don't think so. At this stage, I can't think of anything. I mean, I struggle a little bit more, but that's about it. It's not undoable. And this is normal mode too, so I'd probably struggle a lot with expert mode, which I normally play on the N64. I normally play expert mode these days. Because how could you not? You have Fox with sunglasses. How is that not like the coolest thing ever? Yeah, expert mode is a surprisingly really well thought out additional difficulty for this. It's one of the big reasons why I'm so salty over Zero not having it. Because like just making it so that your ship can be more easily damaged. Making some aspects more difficult. Ooh, am I really almost dead? Yeah, because of the heat. You can't actually die because of the heat, right? It just lowers your health. I mean, I hope so. There we go. Falco, there's only one of them, thankfully. I think I normally kill him by now. I don't know. I don't think it normally takes that long. I don't know what I was doing either. All right. It's a cool looking boss, but it's not exactly difficult.
Are you okay?
I'm fighting something. Oh wow! I haven't seen that attack in forever.
You did it!
Yeah, I normally shred through this boss. I don't know why it took so long. Oh yeah, Panzer Dragoon. Yeah, I'm shocked that people hold Panzer Dragoon in such high esteem. Like after playing it, I was really surprised at how much I did not like it. Yes, I did play the remake on Switch. I was expecting to like it. The opening cutscene was really impressive, but I really enjoyed like the setting and the ideas and stuff like that. But the actual gameplay, no, it can't match up to the Nintendo rail shooters. Kid Icarus Uprising, Sin and Punishment, Star Fox, any of the Star Foxes really. Like again, it has that Sony PlayStation problem where like the very best of Sega can't really compete with the very worst of Nintendo. Like I was legitimately sitting there thinking that Star Fox Zero was better than this. That Command was better. That Assault, which I dislike, was probably better. It's incredible. All right. Yeah, there's only one path out of Solar eventually. Like if you go to Solar, you have to go to Macbeth, which is normally fine because I love Macbeth. But where are we gonna go from here? I think we are gonna go to the left side just because it's such an iconic video game ending. What should I play after this? No More Heroes?
You're going to attack the
Great idea, Fox!
Piece of cake, General.
So does Fox, like, make his own decisions? Like, why is Commander Pepper, General Pepper surprised that I'm attacking an enemy base? It's just, alright. Star Fox are supposed to be mercenaries, but they're always aligned with the Canarian army. I'm not really sure how that works.
Get it out.
I mean, I guess it must be like Fire Emblem, where the characters do have some kind of allegiance. But, because, like, in Path of Radiance, like, Ike always sides with the Crimeans, like, no matter what. To be fair, though, he's legitimately friends with Alencia, so that might have something to do with it. So I guess Fox is basically just Space Ike. I don't really know what I don't really know what to make of that, but okay.
Shoot it, Fox. Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side.
Whoa, Falco. Whatever you say, Falco. All right.
Knock it off.
He just flew in front. You just flew in front of me. Like, how is that my fault? That's so frustrating to me when, like, someone does something and then blames you for it. It's like, wow. Yeah, that was 100% Pippi's fault. Like, I am not taking responsibility for that. Hang on. Yeah, we should boost.
How's the Landmaster, Fox?
Oh, yes, it's very nice of you. Thank you. Why can't I just shoot it? All right. Yeah, I love this level. It's so much fun. Mostly because of the ending, actually. The very unique way in which you can kill this boss, which I think I am going to show off here. Because I have to go to the left side. Maybe we'll struggle pulling it off because, you know, controls, but we'll see. Seriously, like, the greatest way to end a boss in the entire game.
Right behind you.
Like, Zero does not have anything near that cool.
I guess I should be thankful.
You get? Alright, whatever, Falco. Dick, alright. Yeah, I'm always tempted to, like, fire away here, but no, you have to... That's a bad idea. You can get stuck by doing that. Gee, maybe if you had, like, an entire gate, I might have trouble getting through. Like, why only have the... I'm not sure how many you need for a medal, but I don't think I'm going to get enough. I think I've already failed. Let's see. It's weird how... Well,
I see the fuel bunker on the right side.
I've done Corneria so many times. Like, I think all these levels would be ingrained in my mind forever if, like, I actually played all of them all the time, like I do with Corneria. So I remember everything about Corneria, like all the lines, everything you could possibly do in that level. Not so much with everything else, but that's because, well, I don't play the other levels all the time. Like, in fact, some levels I play really, really infrequently. Like at Titania and Sector Z, I tend to avoid, like, the plague. I tend to avoid, like, Corona, I should say. Oh no, it's a boss. Okay, I'm in love with the alternate ending of this boss, to the extent where I hardly ever actually fight it properly. This took me forever to figure out, but once you figure out how to do this, like, there's a reason Peppy's always pushing you to do this, to
Okay, now shoot the switcher.
Yeah, Peppy gets really upset when, like, you don't beat the boss this way, and for the longest time, before I actually did it, I didn't understand why, but then I figured it out, and I was just like, oh, wow. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit.
No! Get the blade!
This is legit one of the coolest things on N64.
Stop it!
Isn't that phenomenal? How cool is that? Yeah, figuring that out for the first time, like, mind-blowing. Like, when you're not expecting it, mind-blowing. Even now, it's just like, ooh. Damn, top 10 gaming moments. Shit.
I'm sure we heard him this time. Now it's our turn to kick some tail.
Yeah, I think Falco. I'm not exactly sure what triggers certain lines of dialogue. I think it's how much health they have left, because sometimes they say different things. As I recall. So I didn't get the medal. Yeah, wow. I got plus 50 for that bonus, and I still didn't beat it. All right, time for Sector 9. Oh, Area 6. Is Sector 9 from Zero or Assault, or am I just talking out of my ass?
Will do, General.
Okay, Area 6. Why did I think it was Area 9? All right.
Came in here. No problem.
Okay. No problems. Famous last words. Oh, no. You have a problem. A Star Fox problem. All right.
Too late. Game over, pal.
I love how they legitimately can't do anything to stop you.
Entering Venom Air Defense Zone. Everybody stay alert.
Space mines ahead.
Space mines as opposed to, like, regular mines. Alright.
Bogey behind me. Am I getting slow? Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side.
Is Falco gonna die again? Oh, no. Yeah, dying on, Sector 6 is, like, Area 6 is, like, one of the worst things you can do, because, having 4 guys, be after you during the Star Wolf fight is, like, a nightmare. Like, I remember that happened to me once.
Bill, and let me shoot you.
I remember that happened to me once, and I honestly could not win. Like, I had beaten the game before. Oh, damn. Yeah, we don't have Falco. So Leon's gonna be after me. Shit. Is this the second time Falco has died? What is up with Falco this playthrough? I can't remember the last time I ever had, like, the same guy die twice. Honestly, I usually don't lose guys at all, because it's pretty easy to protect them, but... it's usually pretty easy to protect them, but... oops. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot at that today.
Did we get him?
Nope.
Not yet, sir.
We're still going strong. Yeah, if I die in any levels, it's usually this one these days. Wait. Damn!
Sorry, guys.
So Slippy has to beat Andros on his own? Oh no, Slippy's the only one left. Okay.
Entering Venom Air Defense Zone.
Oh wow, I can't believe I lost. On normal too. Wow, that's kind of embarrassing. Oh well, it's not a big deal. I mean, it happens.
Hey, Einstein, I'm
This
on
is
your
this probably is
side.
the level I struggle with the most.
Bogey behind me. Am I getting slow? Hey,
Damn.
oh man, I'm gonna have to back off.
Okay, I can't protect Falco. It's hopeless. He has too low HP because he sucks as a pilot. Okay, nah. Why does he always demand you help him? Why can't he help himself? You just Falco, stop being such a dork. All right.
Gray Fox will cover you.
All right.
Incoming enemy missile!
Shoot him down. We're being marked.
Well, I should be able to get through the game no problem, but yeah, I'm definitely struggling with shit. Definitely struggling with the Wii U controller here.
Get him?
Not yet, sir.
Again, you need like so many buttons for this game, and you need them in like specific spots, dude. Like the controller just wasn't made for. What? I got them all. There's nothing following you. Like what? He complained after I shut them all down. What an asshole! Ugh. Yeah, once we get to the checkpoint, we should be fine. Yeah, it should be up here, if I'm remembering correctly. Ah, damn. Got it. Oh, no. Shit. I was about to do a flip, but no. Alright, we did it.
They've broken through the first line.
What do they mean by lines? The second and third aren't exactly as long as that section. Oh, shit! Ah, damn, I didn't get my hyper laser. It's just a pet peeve of mine, but I can't stand when I don't have my hyper laser. Oh, I did get it. Okay. I must have just got it just in time. Alright. Oops.
We're gonna break through that fleet.
They're through the second line.
Yeah, I've seen people do crazy playthroughs of this stage. I have no idea how you manage it. Like, taking down all these battleships, getting something like 500 hits. I'm not even sure. I can't even get 300 consistently. I have done it before for the medal, but
Venom's right there.
what? Wait, did we lose everyone? Wow! Holy shit! Holy shit! What was I doing wrong this entire playthrough? I have no idea. You know, Peppy flew in front of me and I shot him, but that was his fault. Like, so we're really gonna beat. Okay, so we're really gonna have to beat Starwolf with like one guy. I don't think Peppy's gonna die, but he could get shot down by Starwolf actually. Damn, that's embarrassing. At 226. Yeah, so I can't even get half of the high scores that I've seen people get. Yeah, so this boss is kind of annoying because it takes so long. There's no quick way to do this, as I recall. I mean, I do it as fast as you possibly can, and it's... Shit. I have more health than I normally do here, though. Probably because I died once. I mean, this is a pretty good second to final boss, so. Because it's so long, but yeah. Somehow it keeps spawning its weak points back. You really start to wonder whether you'll ever kill this thing when it starts whipping out all of its crazy... Honestly, all the bosses in this game are good. I can't think of any of them that I dislike. Oops. Let's see here.
Shoot the tentacles to open the core.
Peppy, I know how to fight the boss. Oh, yeah. Imagine if you didn't have those guys there. Like, if you lost them in combat, like, they wouldn't be able to give you advice. That's how it works, actually. If you don't have any of them, like, you don't get any messages. So you don't get any hints at all. So it's a completely different ballpark. Like, you're completely blind. It's way different when you're not as good at the game. All right. Oh, it's firing the hyper beam.
Watch out, Pop.
I can't look at that and call it anything but a hyper beam. Like, it's always been a hyper beam to me.
Destroy all 3 energy balls.
Was Pokemon already out when this came out? I think it was, right? At least in Japan.
Gear the dog. Shoot the core.
What time is it? 8, yep. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, the dialogue is great. I can't get enough of it. No matter how many times I play it, it's just phenomenal. Zero's is good too, but I don't think it's as good. It's normally like the very specific things that 64 does better than Zero. in my experience. Other than the root system, which really should have been implemented in Zero better. Yeah, so it's just me and Peppy. Oh no. Oh no, this seems familiar. Oh no. Peppy's having flashbacks to when he and James did the same thing. Oh no.
See how you handle our new ships.
Too bad Dad's not here to see you fail.
Peppy is like, Pigma is like, wow. He really loves rubbing it in that, my dad is fucking dead. Just, holy shit.
Give it up. You can't win.
Yeah, so because I don't have other wing people, yeah, I have 3 members of Star Wolf all chasing me. Except Pigma, hilariously. The one person that I bitched about, specifically,
Not yet. The party's just begun.
so they're right there. It's really difficult to avoid them if you...
Party's just begun.
They make a beeline straight for you if you don't have other wingmen. So it gets really overbearing. There we go. Got Andrew. Oh, I'm sorry, Oikani. If Star Fox Assault is any indication. Yeah, so... I don't understand this. Okay, so what Assault did in the first mission is that it has Andrew as the main villain, but it refers to him by his surname, Oikani, which has never been used in a previous Star Fox game. I can't think of when it's ever been used before. Maybe one of the comics, maybe like the Deep Dark Lore, but I've never in an actual Star Fox game, other than Assault, heard Andrew be referred to as Oikani before then. And it was so confusing to me because like they were treating Oikani like he was some guy they've encountered before. I did not realize that it was supposed to be Andrew. Like it just Uncle Andros, Andrew. Like it's such a weird. It was such a weird decision. Assault is full of stuff like that. It's just. It simultaneously tries to adhere a lot to canon, and then it doesn't really do a whole lot original. Because honestly, everything I really like about Assault, it's all stuff that 64 and Zero did better. You know what I mean? Like having your dad be there, having... What is your dad... I've been wanting for years to go back and play Assault again, to like see what your dad actually says to you during the final boss fight, but I can't be bothered because I dislike the actual game that much. I don't like the rail shooting segments that much. They're not as good as this. They're not as good as Zero. Honestly, I don't enjoy that game. I've only finished it, I think, once, all the way through. I think I've offhandedly played individual levels through again. But yeah, typically I play through the game, and I used to give up by level 9 because mission 9 is the really bullshit one. Oh, 8 is the really bullshit one. But I mean, I have beaten it before. But it's just not that fun. All right. I played it again recently to reaffirm my opinion, because I had not played it since Zero had come out. So I played it again, and I was just like, yeah, Assault is bullshit. Honestly, I think I do like Adventures more than Assault, which is probably a very, very controversial opinion. But, you know, Adventures has, you know, its problems, not being a real Star Fox game. But other than that, it's, I mean, it's made by Rareware. It has some ideas.
I've been waiting for you, Star Fox.
It has some ideas I like. There are plenty of things I enjoy about Adventures. Honestly, like, I replayed Adventures way more. Like, honestly, I think I'm about to play Adventures again. Soon. Probably after I finish all the Zelda games. Which is probably going to be another couple of years. But I have such a massive backlog anyway. But yeah, I'm definitely getting through everything. Right now, the big problem I have is that, like, I have a bazillion RPGs. Like, I really do. Like, 100%ing, like, Final Fantasy 7 and 10 alone is going to be, like, a nightmare. So this is a really good fight. It seems the same as the right side at first, but then it really has an epic plot twist. I wish more Nintendo games did this with real final bosses. I can't think of any other really notable examples. Like, even Zero kind of didn't do this, which is very disappointing. Considering how much a Zero really understood what made Star Fox 64 so great, for the most part, yeah, not having an alternate path for Andross was kind of disappointing. The fight itself is great though, so it's about on par with this. Probably, maybe not quite as good, but it's still perfectly enjoyable. There we go. Wow, that's such a cheesy line. Oh, I'm a brain. Only I have the brains to control Lylat. Oh. I was so confused by this when I first saw this, but oh well, now I just roll with it. Okay, giant brain. I gotta kill it. I love how like they never actually explained how Andross became a giant brain. I remember people like talking about that on message boards, how like they never explained it. Like Command did so much to try and like expand Andross's lore and his background and stuff like that, tried to make him sympathetic. It mostly failed for the most part, as I recall. Like Crystal, for some reason, is so angry at Fox, like wanting her to like stay at home or whatever, like to stay in the kitchen, that she literally defends Andross, the guy who murdered his dad. Like, I don't remember a whole lot about Command, but the more I remember, yeah, Crystal comes off like a complete bitch in that game. Like really, that's completely unnecessary. Yeah, people are always talking about how they want Star Fox to have like a more of an expanded universe and lore and stuff like that. Command was their attempt at that, and it was a disaster. Well, maybe a disaster is a bit strong of a word. I actually don't remember the finer points of Command's plot all that well. I have not played it at all since it came out in 2006. And I've been meaning to replay it since Zero came out, but I haven't had the opportunity to, unfortunately. I would like to, but it's like, it's one of those instances where it's just... Yeah, I used to do this a lot, just try to fly circles around this guy. And I think the weak spot is on the front too, so there we go. Yeah, I pressed the wrong button. Hang on. Hard left. There we go. Got it. That was a lot easier than I remember it being. I remember like really struggling to get that weak spot. It's kind of a weird spot. He pursues you in like a very particular way. I guess I have gotten better at the game as the years have gone on. I used to struggle with that a lot. Oh,
Don't ever give up, my son.
keep that in mind next time you're in trouble.
Father?
Top 10 gaming endings right here.
Fox.
Like, you pretty much already beat the game, but, you know, in my mind, this is probably better than the escape sequence in Super Metroid, because it actually has, like, weight to it.
This way, Fox.
Yeah, I break like a dumbass, so I'm actually probably a bit behind. Can you break and lose him? I really wonder. I love how he's just out of sight. That's awesome.
Never give up. Trust
And then he just disappears afterward. It's phenomenal. Oof. Damn, fuck.
You've become so strong.
Oh no, that's so heartwarming. That's all he needs to say, man. And then you can see him disappear. Like, that's mind-blowing, isn't it? Like, he just disappears. He was never there to begin with. He was with you all along. Just phenomenal ending. I don't really care for the Zero ending, the Zero version, where like he's stuck in an alternate universe. Like, I really do like the ambiguity of this one far more. Even Fox is like blown away by like, what the fuck was that?
What's wrong, Fox?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
Nothing's wrong. I love my dad. Yep, Falco and Slippy are okay, and we earned our happy ending. That is Star Fox 64. All right, I have about an hour. I think I'll keep. Playing something else. What should I play? No More Heroes. I'm not sure I'll be able to beat a boss in an hour though. Maybe, but yeah, probably not No More Heroes. I'm thinking Metroid Fusion or something like that. Maybe Sin and Punishments 2. Yeah, I think I am going to play Metroid Fusion, or I suppose I could play Metroid Prime. Yeah, Metroid Fusion or Metroid Prime, I would say. I was really fired up about playing Metroid Prime, but, yeah, I think I'm going to play Metroid Prime, and get started on it at least. Just so I get it out of my system, like, I bought the Metroid Prime trilogy on Wii U. Specifically for streaming purposes, and because I've always wanted to play it, so... I guess we don't need to sit through the credits. I'll just reload it and save my high score afterward. All right. Yeah. So Metroid Prime trilogy or Metroid Fusion, I think. Oh, Fusion. Oof. I already decided on trilogy. Yeah, sure. Why not Fusion? I mean, I did start Fusion. All right. Hang on. I mean, I might as well finish Fusion before Prime. I mean, I don't know why I'm starting and then like not finishing a bazillion different Metroid games at once. It's gonna be like the new Zelda at this rate. So what were we doing? Oh yeah, we were destroying the AC, right? I mean, I guess I could play this for a while and then boot up Prime at least, just so we can see what it looks like and get people hyped for it. All right, oops, here we go. This really shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes to make some significant progress. This is a really, really short game. I typically beat it in like what 3 hours according to my my playtime on the other files. I mean, it's a good game, but yeah. Oops. Oh, do I not have bombs yet? Wow. It's a good game, but nowhere near the caliber of Super, I would say. I'm wondering if it's better than Prime, though, because I honestly... It's been so long since I played Prime, I don't think I've played it at all since, like, 2015 or so. It was before Prime 3 was announced. That was in 2017, significantly before Prime 3 was announced. Yeah, and I didn't actually finish it. Like, I think I got to Meta Ridley and then just stopped playing. Hang on, how do you get through here? Here we go. Atmosphere stabilizer online. When you get right down to it, This game is like almost 20 years old and still a lot better than stuff that's being made today. It's kind of impressive. Like, I can talk all I want about how, like, Super Metroid is better and stuff like that, but, I mean, you know, same series, it doesn't really matter. It tries to do something different. I mean, you got to admire it for that reason, I think. Like, even Zero Mission, which I do think that's probably the one I'm kind of harsh on these days. Honestly, I probably should. How is she grabbing that with the cannon? I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. So why are they messing with the atmospheric conditions to improve breeding, right? 2 units still malfunctioning. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty straightforward to get through this game. Here we go. Thing is sliding. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm not sure where, how I would rank Metroid games. I don't think I've played enough of them to really say. You know, this one I've only played like twice. Echoes I've only played once, actually. Prime 3. I mean, I can tell you Prime 3 is my favorite Prime game, and then and Super is my favorite of the series in general, but I don't know, man. I'm all over the place with Metroid at the moment. Like, I really like Samus Returns. I think that's kind of a controversial opinion. Well, not even really a controversial opinion, because here's the thing about people who shit on Returns. People were shitting on it for being a 3DS game. Like, it wasn't because of anything the game actually did. It was because of, like, when it came out and on what console. It was basically Wii U tire bullshit. Like, a lot of really late 3DS games were getting shit on. You know, Ever Oasis, Samus Returns, for no reason other than the fact that, oh, they could have been on Switch. It was really, really frustrating. So yeah, Samus Returns, I think, got the worst of it, because I really do think that's a game that really should have been acknowledged, for one thing, being a bit better, quite a lot better than Zero Mission, and a really good Metroid game in general, while still retaining what made 2 so interesting. It was a really good remake of 2. Like, a really, really good remake of 2. Way better than the Final Fantasy VII remake, which is not a real remake. I cannot stress that enough. Final Fantasy VII-R is not a real remake. Maybe we could go off for a bit and talk about that, because I've been seeing a lot of tweets from people bragging about the sales numbers for that game. It's so interesting. Animal Crossing has sold significantly more than that. Several times more, in fact. But you're not really hearing those people talk about that. You're not really seeing Animal Crossing fans brag about it. Like, unless it's specifically in response to people saying that, like, Final Fantasy VII-R is going to outsell Animal Crossing, which is a niche video game. It isn't. Animal Crossing is way, way bigger than Final Fantasy is at this point. Oh. Yeah, this game tries to trick you a lot. I mean, I wouldn't recommend this as being one of someone's first Metroid game, because everything it does, it's all stuff like you wouldn't expect if you were a player. Like, if this was your first Metroid game, you might not, like, think much of, like, weird shit like that. But no, it actually, you know, those are power-up statues. Like, those are supposed to be a good thing in previous games. But no. They can literally impersonate walking statues. That's how powerful the X are. Oh, here we go. For some reason, the charge beam changes your base beam as well. I don't really know what the deal with that is. Here we go, last one. Oh, is there a power up here? 2? It's a good thing you could blow through this wall right here. Alright. Yeah, I'll probably end up finishing this weekend because it's a short game. It's doesn't take all that much time to get through. No More Heroes, I think, as well. Sin and Punishment 2 as well, hopefully. I'm hoping to get through a lot this weekend. Yeah, I need to get back into Super Paper Mario. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. Final Fantasy VII, the original. Final Fantasy X as well, but yeah. I keep talking about all these games I want to play, and then I just like, oh wait, I'm a novelist. I need to work on my next book. By the way, check out my books in the chat box. Oh, do I go back to the navigation room? Yeah, I think that's what I do. Yeah, during my work week, I'm having trouble finding time to promote my books and work on new ones. It's becoming kind of a nightmarish, to be honest with you. Oops. It was like a nightmare. Oh, yeah, it's closed. In 917, yeah, I gotta. Should I have saved before the navigation room? Yep. Sector 2, the tropical habitat, shows abnormalities. It's supposed the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. Here, it may be in the trial now. Sam, let's get over there. We need to put an end to this. Is your objective clear? So, that, yeah, they bred, they multiplied. They must breed really quick, like, 15 minutes quick. Because it didn't take me that long to get through the... My thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of doting a trust. I wonder if I can trust his computer, too. Yeah, sure. Sure, whatever, Samus. I definitely trust Adam Malkovich more than any other character in all of Metroid. Is that like the implication people get from Adam? Is that like Samus just has daddy issues because she's never had a human father? That would probably explain her weird obsession more than anything. It had nothing to do with what Adam actually did. It's just with her. It's an X. Oh no! It just flashes. Oh no! Da 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 da! It's an X mimicking you. I have named it the SAX. Uh-huh. Yep. I mean, that's definitely my big problem with this game. It doesn't need all this exposition. Like just cut out the exposition and just have it be stuff you see happening around you. You don't need all this stuff. It would be better without the exposition, in fact. And I don't know. They learned from this mistake by Samus Returns, but Other M and probably some of the Metroid Prime games kind of suffered from it. Like, honestly, the Prime games, towards the end, felt more like Zelda games than Metroid games. Because of, like, all the NPCs you interact with. I remember, like, playing, like, Echoes for the first time and being shocked that there was, like, an NPC you could talk to at all. It was just baffling to me. Alright. Yeah, I'm really, really fond of Echoes, but I have not played it at all since it first came out. It's just one of those games. Oh, well, when it came out, when I bought it, I should say. So yeah, it was before Prime 3 came out, so it would have to been like 2004, 2005, 2006. Probably 2006. I mean, I played through Prime a couple of times. I'm not sure why Echo specifically I don't play very much. I think it's because it's so hard. If I recall correctly, it's a bit more difficult than other Metroid games. The final boss, I remember, I really, really struggled against. Which is weird, because I remember being disappointed by the final boss in Metroid Prime 3. If I recall correctly, like, Metroid Prime 2's final boss is more annoying than actually difficult. It's, like, obnoxious. Like, it has all these weird aspects to it. Like poison gas and stuff like that. Man, it's been a long time since I've played. Here we go. Security level 1 unlocked. Blue hatches now active. Yeah, I think I do want to start Metroid Prime real quick. At least get me through the tutorial area, so we don't have to do it later. Yeah, let's. I have a little bit of time left. I should have enough time. It shouldn't take too long. Metroid Prime it is. Alright. I mean, I love Fusion, but yeah, it's not going to take me long to get through it. I'll probably finish it in like a single sitting when I actually get around to it. When I actually have time in a couple of days. Castlevania, Circle of the Moon. Yeah, look at all my games. Mega Man Zero, Shantae, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Castlevania Dragon X. Battle Network 2. I really need to finish that game. I really love Battle Network a lot, but I haven't played it a ton. Mario Golf. Fast Racing Neo. Trauma Team. That one's amazing. Super Mario Bros. 3. The best version of the game. I should probably stream that. I do really, 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 really love that game. Let's see, Star Tropics. I need to finish that. Wait, where is Prime Trilogy? Oh, here it is. Lots of good stuff I have on Wii U. Yeah, why is he on my chat all the time? I don't understand that. Like, he's there all the time. And unless I'm streaming really in the morning, really early in the morning, like he's there all the time. It's just weird. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the e-reader levels. Yeah, Super Mario Bros. 3 Advance, Super Mario Bros. 4 Advance, Super Mario Bros. Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3 is by far the best version of Super Mario Bros. 3 out there. The Wii U version, because it has all the e-reader levels. It has all the content from the original Game Boy Advance enhanced version. It's yeah, this came out in 2009. Wow, it's been that long. Really, 2009? They released it so soon after Metroid Prime 3. Oh, I don't have a Mii. Oh, no. On my Wii U. I guess I'll be Samus? I guess I'll LARP as Samus. Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes multiplayer. Oh, so you can just skip the Echoes. I wonder if it's better on Wii, actually, because of the motion controls. I recall that I don't care for it very much, but yeah, we'll play on Veteran because I have played this game before, and it's Samus. Oh man, she looked good. Yeah, I've always said that like Metroid Prime really should have been like way more popular than it actually was. It's so bizarre to me
Unidentified distress signal. Distress beacon has been tracked to a derelict space around Talon 4. Metroid Prime should have been like the game to really emphasize that like Nintendo made better single-player games than the competition. Like when you really think about it, like it looked better, it played better, it had crazy special effects, it had a crazy amount of content. Like really, you're gonna hype up shit like DMC and Jack 2? Like really? Like, I can say all I want. Like, I can talk all I want about how I think Super is better than this and how I think this game is kind of overrated. I don't think it's a 96 game by any stretch of the imagination, but, I mean, this game really did define just how good the GameCube actually was and what it could do. Like, name a single PS2 game that looks better than this. Like, you fucking can't. Like, even Metal Gear Solid 3, like, you could argue Final Fantasy X, but again, that goes under the Final Fantasy principle. You're only saying that because of the cutscenes. It's not the actual game at all. So yeah, that's the general rule. I think that's happening right now is that the Nintendo games look better, but PlayStation is willing to invest millions of dollars into like cinematics and cutscenes and stuff like that in order to like shove them into trailers to make them look like photorealistic when they really aren't. I'm really curious as to how The Last of Us Part 2 is going to look when it actually comes out. Nowhere near what they showed in that E3 trailer a while back, for sure. Was it in 2018 or 2019? Which year did they not show up in? Oh yeah, here we are. Our girl Samus Aran. Ah, damn. Metroid Prime with motion controls. Ugh. It's so good. Like, I love the Prime control scheme, so the fact that they redid the original with it, really impressive. I've actually never played this, the Prime Trilogy version of Prime 1 before, so I'm wondering if it's any different, other than the... I'm wondering how you switch beams, though. Oops. Hang on. I guess we'll figure that out as we go along. Oops. Yep, aiming is legitimately really good. Yeah, honestly, I might actually warm up to this game now that... The big reason I was so fond of Prime 3 was that the motion controls and the combat was amazing, and this might actually improve it for me. It's amazing how I remember everything about this. It's so atmospheric and so cool. You know what I mean? There's so much going on. You know, dead. Like, look at this. Like, it's different than Super, but it's entertaining in its own way. Morphology, Space Pirate. Status, death caused by a severing of the spinal cord. Isn't that cool? Like, this world is so fleshed out and so engaging. So much more so than something like Mass Effect, which is really cheap, derivative, and uninspired. I really can't get over this. People trying to say that Mass Effect is some deep, complex work of sci-fi when it really just rips off every popular piece of science fiction in the past 50 years, I would say. The Reapers are inspired by Cthulhu. Isn't that incredible? Like that is like my biggest pleb filter right now. I don't like people trying to say shit like that, because everybody wants to do that. Everybody thinks they're deep and profound for doing it, and it's really not true. Yeah, I'm already hooked on this game. Yeah, this game's almost 20 years old. Like, just think about that for a second. Like, this game that looks better than most modern games is 20 years old. Like, it looks better than Final Fantasy VII-R. It looks better than... It looks better than Days Gone. It looks better than, like, pretty much everything, because it has good environment art. It has great visual design. it's just really, really impressive what they were able to do with this. Really, people are asking for an HD re-release of this. I don't think they really need to. They could wait a little bit while longer, honestly. Both legs of this creature are broken. Severe internal damage inflicted. I don't know what could possibly have happened in this ship. I actually don't remember what happened here, to be completely honest with you. Fire missiles with down. I pressed right too. Why did that work? There we go. I mean, Doom Eternal is pretty generic and uninspired as well. So this is better than Doom as well. A new pirate data entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Space pirate encrypted data decoded. Log 99923. Zebes has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Our research frigates Orphean, Syracuse, and Volparagon were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orphean is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Let's see. So this takes place immediately after the original Metroid. Like, Samus does all this crazy shit within a pretty short time span. Yeah, so these are some enemies you'll encounter later in the game. They are abducting light forms and using them. This is the game that kind of establishes that space pirates do sort of mess with other kinds of life. Elevator operational.
Let's see here. Yeah, honestly, I'm a bit more into this game than I thought I would be. I was mostly just wanting to play it again for Prime 4, but yeah, I might actually really get into this. Which, I mean, I guess I always like the game. But I don't know, like, when people say it's the best game ever, I'm very skeptical of that. Especially since I prefer Super. I think I will say that much already. I do prefer Super, but Detect Gamma. What killed this guy? Death caused by severe lacerations to the abdomen. Alright.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is the game that establishes how big the Morph Ball actually is. It's about, like, what, a foot high? I mean, you would think that wouldn't be big enough, but somehow Samus actually makes it work. I don't know, that's something I would love to see in, like, other Metroid games. The Morph Ball be compressed even smaller. Because that should hypothetically be possible, right? There we go. So yeah, Prime 4, my big hope for Prime 4 is the motion controls. They have to come back because they add a lot to the game. I'll never understand people who tried to say that, like, they somehow ruined Prime 3. I'll never understand people who don't like Prime 3 in general because it was just as good as the other two. Like, I guess you can argue the Galactic Federation didn't need to be in it, but other than that, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, the environments are still top notch. Yeah, the main thing I would change in an HD re-release is like make the monster designs more lifelike. I think that's where the game has aged the most. The environments still look like they could be in a game today, but like the monster designs, yeah, like the jewel, like it looked great for 2002, and this did come out in 2002, 18 years ago, right? This game is almost 20 years old. Oh, this game is legal. Anyway. Oh yeah, we should scan it for yeah, I would love to 100% this someday, so. Parasite Queen. Parasite female, genetically enhanced by unknown means. A weak spot has been detected in this creature's mouth. Use your auto-targeting to acquire this new target. What auto-targeting? I have a motion sensor aiming. All right. Scans indicate the presence of a potent mutagen. Origins unknown. So, yeah, this is the thing that's in Smash Bros. Not the boss I would have picked. It's not the most memorable boss. I mean, I guess it's the first one you fight in the entire trilogy, so some people might be blown away by it. Personally, I think Prime 3 has more memorable bosses. Maybe Prime 2 as well. Honestly... Alright, there we go. Yeah, last time I played this game, I was kind of down on it, but I'm really, really enjoying this. Alright. Does this game have achievements? I wonder how that works. Oh no, another evacuation scene. Oh no, this is a Metroid game after all. Yeah, Prime does this thing where like it does it at the beginning and then doesn't really do it at the end. Does Prime 3 do it? I don't think it does. Yeah, it has been a while if I can't remember specific things like that. Specific details like that. So they were fighting that thing. Well, it wasn't dead when like when I first came into the room. All right, wow. So wait, does the game not actually explain what happened here? Come to think of it, I'm not entirely sure what does happen here. I guess the plot doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, the plot is like really fleshed out, so I'm sure there's an explanation somewhere. But yeah. Should I go for 100% completion? I've never done it before, but it might be fun to do. I think I do like the game enough for that. Oops. Shit. Wait, how much time do we have? Yeah, giving the game motion controls made it like amazing. Like it was already good to begin with, but it might actually be the best version of the game. I mean, to be fair, people say the same thing about RE4, and I kind of disagree with that because Capcom did this thing where they actually lowered the difficulty if you use the motion controls, which makes it unbearably easy, especially because you can technically aim and shoot at the same time. So I do prefer using the classic controller for that reason, or I have in the past. I think if I stream Resident Evil 4, and I think I will soon, because that game had its 15th anniversary recently. I was meaning to play it, but I didn't get around to it. I probably will use the motion controls just for the sake of convenience, but... and plus, I haven't used them in a while. I've been fired up about using them again already. It says a lot about the quality of RE4, where like you can literally have a blast playing it with like different control schemes. Like, I can't think of any other game where I would deliberately just do playthroughs with different control schemes because the experience is so different. I mean, I guess that's the way to put it, is that the experience is different in, like, a good way. People were right to be angry about the motion controls not being in the Switch version of RE4. I would definitely pressure Capcom to fix that with an update, actually. Man, the GameCube was amazing, man. Like, it wasn't a great Nintendo console, but it had, like, some legit, like, some of the best games of all time on it. Like, you know, Resident Evil 4, this, I don't know, there's a lot of crap, too, which is the main reason I'm so down on it. The GameCube is my least favorite Nintendo console, by the way. But I'm just... I mean, there's so many things I like about it. Like I said, it's still better than the fucking PS2, for sure. Like, how much did you... how did you like Metroid Prime on your PS2? I'm sure that was a great game on your PS2. Seriously, though, the PS2 was a joke. Like, from the start. No Melee, no Luigi's Mansion, the worst version of RE4. Like, why even bother? Oh no, Nauza. Here it comes. I honestly completely forgot you lose your power-ups because I was... Yep. She lost her clothes. Yeah, that is kind of dumb. Like, did they really have to take away stuff? Like, just start the game without your equipment. Like, why do they have to justify it all the time? It makes sense sometimes, in Fusion especially. Fusion's, like, probably the best way they've ever handled it, ever. But... Yeah. Ooh, wait a minute. Here we go. Depressurization. Does Mass Effect do that? I'm sure it does, but it's kind of interesting how Prime will do it and then not really explain what they're doing. I think Mass Effect explains everything that happens. How can Ridley fly in space? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no air to push off of with the wings. Apparently that's the magic of space dragons. They can fly where there's no air. Pirate frigate escaped. And I think these achievements you can't use anymore because Wii Network 24 is down. It's so frustrating. Like, Sin and Punishment Star Successor has an online leaderboard. You can't use it. Tracking on enemy target has been lost. So, my spaceship can't keep up with this giant space dragon. Okay. Okay, whatever. Maybe his metal plating has some kind of anti-tracking technology. Who knows? To be fair, Samus works best on foot anyway. So does she already know that there are new power-ups down here? Is that why she's coming down here to, like, power up again before she combats the Great Ridley? Because Ridley is, like, strong as fuck in this game. Like, there's no way I would have been able to take him if he, like, attacked me right then and there. Alright. Oh, a brand new world. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing experience. Alright. Like, the water coming off your visor is, like, the coolest thing ever. Like, seriously. Look at that. It's so realistic. It's so immersive. The Star Fox Zero of its time. The underappreciated masterpiece. Oh! You don't even have the Morph Ball. Oh, wow. Yeah, no missiles, no charge beam. Oh, wow. So I really have nothing, huh? Other than, like, the scan visor and basic equipment. All right. Oh, yeah. I should probably scan everything. Should I just walk around with the scan visor? This is where I'm supposed to go. I'm in the habit of shooting and not actually scanning anything. I'm told that it's possible to miss a scan and make 100% completion impossible. So if someone could point out to me what that thing is, that would be great. Yeah, I think I'm going to. Yeah, I think I'm going to scan everything. Like, the world is so fleshed out and interesting. All right. Oh, here we go. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, the music's playing. I mean, I don't think this game has my favorite soundtrack ever. Zoomer? A Zoomer? Oh no! Generation Z? Oh no, a Zoomer. So that's the that's the next generation, huh? Oh wow. All right. Yep, the desert. It does not take too long at all to head to the Chozo ruins. Yeah, I think I'm going to find the next save point and then stop playing because I got to get going, unfortunately. I would love to keep playing. I would have loved to keep playing Fusion, actually. But, yeah, next save point and then I got to go. All right. The balance. Yeah, so the game is like so big that it does give you hints on where to go next. And I do recommend those just so you have an idea of where like the next power-up is. Because like there's not really a whole lot you can do without the power-ups, you know what I mean? Like you can explore after a certain point, like after Phase on Mines, I would... Oh, sweet, lore bits, okay. A new Chozo lore entry has been downloaded to your logbook. I definitely want to get all the lore, because the lore is really good. The history of the Chozo stretches back into ancient times, so far to the fog of the past that we know not where our ancestors came from. One thing is clear, however. The Chozo who colonized Talon 4 made a conscious choice to eschew civilization of advanced technology. We Chozo chose to live in harmony with nature. Guided by the providence of the universe, we believe we will spend peaceful days here and plan to leave our words from time to time. So basically, Tsukasa from Dr. Stone had his way. Basically, oh no. Fuck science, am I right? If you're not aware of Dr. Stone, that's basically the worldview of the villain, Tsukasa, or at least in the first arc. I'm not sure if he's going to be the villain throughout the entire thing. The thing about Tsukasa is that he legitimately believes that the world is better off with no scientific progress, because, like, of course, to stop wars and, like, worst of all, taxes. So holding back the world and keeping it in its primitive state is preserving it and keeping things fair for everyone, which is kind of an interesting perspective. It's a really, really good motivation for a villain, I think. I was super stoked about it. It's a great show. Hang on. Wait, do I go down here or over there? Ooh, yeah, I really got to get going. I hope I find a save point soon. Yep. Oh, wow. I got destroyed right there. I might actually die because I got so careless. What's this? Passageway to Shrine. Yep, need a missile. Great. I guess I could just go back and save the game at my ship. Here we go. The motion control shooting is so satisfying. All right. The laser beams. Yes, the laser beams that are present in every ancient ruin. Oh, here we go. There's a safe point up here. Yep, I think that's it. I think we're done for now, unfortunately. I was really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying exploring.
Even as we search for answers there, however, we found illuminations in other, unexpected places. We know not how the ability has come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Let's see. Alright. The Chozo have been all over the place. Like, they were the most advanced species in the galaxy. They were, fucking space Amish, and now they're like, if Samus Returns is any indication, they're downright evil. So, alright. Alright, yeah, I gotta get going. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some food, real quick, and, I'll probably be back in, 8 hours or so. I don't know. Maybe. We'll have to see. If I stream then or not. No more Heroes, probably. I would love to finish Fusion as well. There's so much I would want to play. So much I want to play still. Kid Icarus Uprising, I need to get through. So yeah, a lot of fun tonight. Definitely going to finish all of these games. So many games to play. A lot of fun. Check out my books. Like, comment, subscribe. Recommend me games to play next.